Woo! What's up, guys? Coach Bruce, MJ, live Third Down Thursdays coming at you guys. MJ's live, Mobile, Alabama, having some fun, doing that shit. He is here. Hey, we got the Bear of Texas going
Oh
on
yeah,
in the chat. MJ, first of all, I mean, I'm gonna ask the question. I kind of already know how you feeling, but how you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling fantastic. 3 straight days of watching football. Incredibly talented individuals at the peak of their athletic
Well,
career, trying to prove the best,
they're not the
and
peak. They're not the peak yet.
they're
Except for the
pretty close.
Rutgers punter, apparently.
Oh, we're already going off right now.
All right, we'll talk about it since he brought it up. Our boy Jack Gaffney is obsessed with this punter from Rutgers. That's really hard to say, which I didn't even think. This guy from Rutgers, right? He's terrible. I watched him punt the ball not even as far as Mac Jones can throw it, which is saying something, considering Mac Jones cannot throw a football very far.
Wow, let's not. All right, we're not talking shit about anybody. However,
it's just ironic that like one of the 5 guys Jack wanted me to tell him about from the Senior Bowl is a punter. And literally, as he texted me, I looked up and this dude had a net gain of 24 yards on a punt.
I'll be honest with you. No one gives a fuck about a punter, anyways. Like, no one's gonna draft a punter. You're gonna always like pick him up in free agency.
Right.
It is what it is, unless you're like
Marquette King,
Pat, or like Pat McAfee. I think he was drafted, right?
Yep, he was drafted.
So that's the only way. Anyways, how's everything else going? I see you texting over there. Like, what are you doing? Like, we're live now.
I got people I have to respond to, Bruce. I'm sorry.
Wow. All right. Wow. Well,
okay. So, fun fact.
Just a little bit ago.
Fun fact. I was on the Pat McAfee show today.
Oh yeah, this is hilarious. No. On the Pat. Okay.
I was on camera.
Give up
on the Pat McAfee show.
Give a
play the tape. Play the tape. We don't even have it, but play the tape. So Ian Rappaport goes on the Pat McAfee show pretty much every Thursday, I think. And I'm standing there making friends with the security guard, as I do. And I look over.
Always make friends with security guards. By the way, real quick, anybody that's watching this that wants to go to a live event or do anything with the media, always make friends with security guards because they'll end up helping you out. Continue.
Literally. So I'm standing there talking to the security guard. All of a sudden, I hear someone's voice, and I'm like, that really sounds like Ian Rappaport. And then I turn around, and it is Ian Rappaport. And I see him, like, holding his phone like he's on FaceTime with someone. Like, that's weird. And so I look a little closer, and I see Pat McAfee on his phone. I'm like, he's on the Pat McAfee show right now, isn't he? And Ian sits down on, like, the little pads that they use on the ground for agility drills and stuff. And he sits down on one of those, and he's sitting right in front of me. And so I just like lean over the railing and get in his shot. And I think he noticed because after a few minutes, he like turned his body.
He turned it. He's like, these motherfuckers work for Third Down Thursdays.
Yep. I remember him. I talked to him in Indianapolis a year ago.
Yeah. Like I talked to him like last year with that fucking drunk dude, Bruce.
Literally. So I just thought it was really funny because I'm like, just my 2 seconds of not fame because nobody cares. But I just thought it was funny because I can always say I was on the Pat McAfee show. I should put it on my resume. Pat McAfee show appearance February.
But you have to put the picture then. You have to fucking be like, this is me with a circle
Zoom it
or with an arrow. Yeah. Like, pixelated as a motherfucker. Literally. But I was there.
But yeah, so we got 3 full days of practices, which apparently is rare because normally it rains at least once and sends everybody inside, which means it's closed to the media and the fans. Right. But we got 3 full days of practices. Let me tell you, Bruce. I mean, I know that.
Oh man, you're already getting it.
Yeah, they were bad last year. They were under 500 and didn't make the playoffs. Thanks, Sherlock. Duh. I said that they were bad. I wanted them to be bad, so they trade Aaron Rodgers. Anyway, watching all
Uh-oh.
Aaron Rodgers has been so much. And it's really fun. Can you hear me? You got me?
You're good.
Am I
You're good. I
back now?
got you. We got you. We got you. We
Okay.
got you.
It's just fun to see all of these guys in action. And it really is incredible how big some of them are. I know we said
That's what
this when
she
we
said.
talked on Tuesday, but
That's what she said. That's what she
like
said. That's
these
what
are
she said.
large men. And I talked to, who was it? Oh, I talked to Wright, the tackle from Tennessee that you really like.
Yep.
And I talked to him today.
Dude, that guy.
Bruce, when I tell you, because he had like on the padded gloves that the offensive linemen wear, and he dapped me up and like he swallowed my hand. It was gone. I was like,
so
oh my gosh.
Darnell Wright from he's a tackle, I think, tackle at Tennessee.
Yes.
He's a part of the article that I'm posting tomorrow on ThirdDownThursdays.com. Guys, ThirdDownThursdays.com. Give it a follow, give it a like, whatever. We got some merchandise coming your way too. Let me know what you guys want, because guess what? It's what the fans want.
They do what the fans want.
But no, Darnell Wright. I'm going to tell you right now, though, everything that I've seen from that young man, he's a beast, and I would.
He can play a little guard too.
See, you know what though? I don't want him to play guard.
He was.
His footwork he's quick. He's fast.
He is.
Everything I read about him too, MJ, he overextends sometimes, which causes him to get kind of fucked up in position. However, the guy's footwork and his quickness is that allows him to recover from that. And to be honest with you, he's just a massive man. His arm length is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm gonna say it right now. I would love for him to be on the Chicago Bears, being selfish.
All I'm saying is he could easily drop 20 pounds and be one of the best pulling guards in the NFL.
Hey, you want to say hi to your wife? Hey, wifey.
He could easily drop 20 pounds and be a terrifying pulling guard. Because I watched him play a little guard. He can do it. And I really think that with the length he has, my only concern would be exactly what you said. Him overextending in the run game might be a problem if he were to play guard. But like, just imagine, like, even for the Packers specifically, like, imagine him and Bakhtiari double teaming someone on the outside.
Oh,
like, that would just be ridiculous. It would be disgusting. Anyway, without going too crazy on any of the prospects, it's just been a lot of fun, dude. I got to hang out with my buddy Jake Shabank.
Awesome. Jake.
And it's been so much fun.
Dude, I gotta tell you, like, even like being here at the flagship, I guess.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. Dude, it's been really cool though, being able to interact with some of the athletes. Through social media. Wait, hold on, Tom. What is this?
That was from the day that
I couldn't make it.
Work. Yeah.
Oh, fair. Anyway,
from that day.
But that being said, though, like having interactions with some of the young men that are busting their tails, like down there, and doing the things that they do, I admire the shit out of them. I was never able to get to that point in my athletic career to do what they're doing. I've always, again, that's the reason why I coach it. I was athletic. I was athletic to a point. I was like one of the better athletes in my opinion.
Some of the best coaches are the worst players.
100%, exactly. But let me tell you something, man. Like some of the videos that I've seen from you, and also thank you to Molly Middleton from Reese's Senior Bowl executive, I guess. Like, oh shit. What credential media?
She's the person in charge of all the media.
Right. She's been awesome. So Molly, shout out to you. Thank you so much for everything that you do and your organization. Shout out to Jim Nagy, if I hope I get his name correct. The executive person that's there for the Senior Bowl. You guys run an amazing product. You guys are absolutely awesome. First time you guys have ever hit the platform of over 1,000. I think it was 1,000 media credentials given. So
it was actually 1,100 this year.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for giving us our third year of that access to the players. It's really cool to have Third Down Thursdays a part of that. It's a grateful, humbling experience. That said, the young men that are out there, MJ, I don't know about you, but there's a lot of those guys that I want to see a part of the Chicago Bears. And I know you're not a Bears fan, and I'm being selfish. I ain't lie, brother. I'm being selfish. There's a few guys in my PFF mock draft, and I was like, damn, man, I want that guy on my team. So one of those guys was Kenny McIntosh from Georgia, and he was a late rounder in my PFF mock draft. But I don't know, I didn't know if we were going to go into conversations about all this stuff or anything tonight. But I don't know did you have an opportunity to see him at all, or did you have an opportunity to see Kenny do anything that you're like, damn, like I can see the reason why Georgia had him as like one of their running backs?
So McIntosh, I would say, is the third best running back here, and that's not a knock on him. That just shows you how good this running back class is.
There's depth.
So McIntosh, Tyjae Spears, and Eric Gray from Oklahoma, I think, are the best three running backs. And really, the only reason that McIntosh would be ranked third is just because he's slightly slower, but he's probably 15, 20 pounds heavier than the other two. He's just bigger.
He's the thunder to someone's lightning.
Yes. So, and it's not that he's slow. He's still one of the fastest guys here. He's just a tick below those two guys who are two of the 10 fastest people at the Senior Bowl right now. So, I think McIntosh would be an incredible compliment to Khalil Herbert.
He'd be great. I agree.
Those two together could really make some serious damage. And here's the thing, Bruce.
With Fields too?
Yes. The most important thing right now is if you look at the two teams in the Super Bowl, they both play multiple running backs. They don't have a clear number one running back. Even for the Eagles, Miles Sanders is their 1,000-yard rusher, but they still give Boston Scott more touches on the goal line than they do Miles Sanders. Kenneth Gainswell sometimes gets more touches.
As soon as they're inside the 8. Yep.
So, we have incredibly efficient teams with some of the best offensive minds, that are highly regarded in the NFL, using 2-3 running back committees. And so, really, I think it's stupid for any NFL team looking at this. Shut up. I think it's really dumb, Bruce, for any NFL team that is looking at this running back class, not just in Mobile, but as a whole. If you look at this running back class and don't think, I want one of those guys, I don't care who you have. I don't care how much money you have invested in the position. If you're the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Jones, the Titans with Derrick Henry, the Saints with Alvin Kamara, I don't care. You need to go get yourself one of these running backs. Because from the top of the first round to the middle of the 7th, there are guys that can fill very specific needs for plenty of offenses in the NFL.
Exactly. So one of the things, hold on, I want to find it. So there was a scout that was giving his take on, and I want to be specific again because I would love for Kenny McIntosh to be a part of the Chicago Bears, backfield, dude, 100%. One of the things that I pointed out in one of the tweets that I sent out saying that he has a national championship pedigree that I want to be a part of. And here we go. There it is. So one of the things, so one of the scouts says about his strengths is he does a nice job of play recognition. So this is a guy that could be able to recognize blitzes, pass blocking, being able to, he's patient, letting blocks develop when accelerating. Okay, so he's fine with the run game. Combines good speed with his size. We already talked about that. Quality receiver and soft hands out of the backfield. Awesome. Natural pass catcher, same thing. Extremely dangerous in the open field, showing vision and creativity to run through entire defenses. That's a guy that I'm sorry I want on my football team. I love it. I think it'd be a great addition to the Chicago Bears backfield with Khalil Herbert if the Chicago Bears do not sign Montgomery to an extension.
And the last thing on McIntosh that I will say is, Bruce, the linebackers this week just obliterated the running backs in pass protection. And McIntosh was one of two running backs, along with Thompson, the guy who was added the other day. McIntosh was really one of two guys that even stood a chance in pass protection. And that is because of his size. And he really is able to read those linebackers well. And he's got the length that, I mean, it's like a tackle against an edge rusher. Compared to the linebackers, he does have pretty good length.
So one of the things. So when I told you earlier this morning when I was sifting, sorry, there's my puppy walking through. One of the things that I was sifting through in the video, in the tape that I saw from the practice that I noticed about him, and this is the last thing I have on my McIntosh, was he sits well when he blocks. So for those that don't necessarily know, like his upper body doesn't overextend his hips. And he does a very good job of like staying inside his body and not overextending himself to block the linebacker. So that's a sign of discipline, and that's a sign of an athlete, and I love that. So my next person that I want to talk about, there's two receivers that strike me as guys that I want on my team, MJ, and one of which that I want to go to right away that you had you've been able to have kind of an interaction with, and it's Rashee Rice. Yes. This young man, everything that I saw on the tape that I've seen of this young man, he gets off the ball very well. He creates separation, awesome. He's able to catch the ball in traffic, and he's just and to be honest with you, he's a good man. Like he's a good character guy, and he's fast as shit too, mind you. He's a fast fucking dude. So Rashee Rice is a guy that I would love to have on the Chicago Bears, MJ. I don't know. Like I know like you're a Packers guy. I know Aaron Rodgers. I know the Packers haven't drafted a first round skill position player in many years, dude. Many years.
Well, let's not get too excited. I think Rice is going to be fantastic. He's not going to be
a first rounder. He's not a first rounder.
So the Packers could get him. So the thing about Rice is he has the ability to be very physical. His size and his speed is incredible.
6'2". He's 6'2".
He's 6'2", and he's tracked as one of the fastest players of the Senior Bowl. But the only knock on him this week is some of his separation issues. But I really think that's, if I had to guess, and it isn't really a guess, I'll just say it's more because of more communication issues with the quarterbacks. I just think, and I'll be perfectly honest, there have been so many guys who just have had balls thrown straight by them because they weren't looking. I really think he's hyper-focused on making sure that doesn't happen, and he's not running as fast as he can. I'm seeing some of his breaks. He's not cutting as fast as he can. He's not running as fast as he can. It's a lot more methodical. And, some guys like Trey Tucker, Nathaniel Dell, they are turning on the burners, and they get some really good highlights. But they also just make some stupid mistakes sometimes. Rashee isn't making stupid mistakes. I hate that so much. Rasheesh. That should be a T-shirt. It should. I think if you get him in the right situation, you get him in the right room with a veteran who can really teach him some of those routes, I think he could be disgusting.
So one of the things that I read, so I pulled up some of the stuff that I'm reading about him. has a tall frame, long arms, plus strong hands, giving him a huge catch radius.
Oh yeah, big
So
contested catch guy.
right. So in the NFL, the window for open passes is very, very small. If I'm seeing that as if my scout tells me like, hey, Bruce, like this guy has a insane catch radius, he can catch anything that's around his area. My first, I don't give a shit. Okay, separation issues. Okay, fine. But if the ball is there, he's going to contest and he's going to go for it and he's going to get that shit. And frankly, I actually think his separation ability is fucking awesome from everything that I've seen. Not in the Senior Bowl, but from other areas. And okay,
here's my thing. I care more about what I see from him in game than practice. I mean, guys can really impress at the Senior Bowl, but Bruce, it is so hard for these guys because
it's paralysis.
They have to learn a new offense.
It's paralysis by analysis because they're sitting and thinking about what they want to do and what's going on because they're like, holy shit, this is a brand new scheme, brand new offense. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but 100%, like it's a tough situation they've been put in.
But also these days in actual games, there are so many choice routes. There are so many option routes, and these guys are getting told what route to throw or what route to run, and they're getting told when they're getting the ball. So it's just so artificial. It's not real football. Now you can learn a lot of things and people can be really impressive. And don't get me wrong, the one-on-ones are really important, but I think Rice has looked so much better in the actual 11-on-11s than he has in any one-on-one. Listen up, Bobby. No, I mean, I've watched so much good Packers football already in my life. If they're out of the playoffs for a decade, I'll be alive long enough to see them back in the playoffs for another decade. Like, I watch football because I like it, not because the Packers have to be in the playoffs. I want to go back to this one though. This is my guy. Nathaniel Dell, also known as Tank Dell from Houston.
Yeah.
He has a huge advantage this week, Bruce. Everything I just talked about, his quarterback is throwing to him.
Yep.
So Clayton Tune is throwing to him, and that is making Nathaniel Dell look like a speed demon.
NFL.com has Tank Dell as one of their standouts for today.
Yes. Not today because he was yesterday. But he has made some incredible plays, just burning really good DBs that are going to go in the second or third round. He's burning them and making them look like idiots. So I think he could be really good. I mean, the only issue is his size. Like, he's not a contested catch guy. But everybody likes talking about Twitch now and all of that. I don't really know what Twitch is, but he's got it. Like
fast Twitch, bro. Twitch. You got Twitch. Like, you know, when they break down, they're like,
he's got it. He's got it.
We're gonna have to cut that. Or I don't know what that was.
Should I get up and do it? Do the.
I tried doing that years ago for Elmhurst College. It didn't work out well for me.
But yeah, I mean, I could go on for days. Adebawore, defensive. That's true. She does. She does it in her sleep too. It's really weird. Kicks me in the shin. Wake up with bruises that I don't know why I have them.
Oh my god!
My other big winner from today specifically, defensive lineman Adebawore from Northwestern. When I tell you that Jarrett Patterson, who's an offensive lineman from Notre Dame,
well said,
almost got picked up by Adebawore. And he took him, they started their one-on-one at the 5-yard line, Bruce. Adebawore took him back to the goalpost.
So Northwestern has done an incredible job, and I don't know if that is Pat Fitzgerald's like recruiting or if it's them being able to have only a running game. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that because Northwestern's passing game is non-existent.
Right.
But they've been able to develop a fairly solid offensive line for multiple years running now.
Yes, I mean the Northwestern offensive lineman who's here has gotten destroyed, but the defensive lineman has been fantastic. Yeah, I mean,
I'm talking about, but I'm talking about. Okay, so I wanted to go into Evan Hall. Sorry.
I mean, in my opinion, he's succeeding in despite of their offensive line.
So if you guys don't know who Evan Hall is, he's the running back. So that was a terrible transitional point.
Yeah, that was a horrendous transition. 1 out of 10. It would have just been better if you said, speaking of Northwestern, like that would have been just like a basic 5 out of 10 transition.
Yeah, that's fair.
But speaking of Evan Hall, since Bruce brought him
up, there you go.
Thank you.
Professional.
So not only is Evan Hall he's so fast. I mean, if you want to talk about, he glides across the field. Beautiful. He does have some issues in pass protection that I would be worried about.
It's effortless. It was kind of nice though. When you see a guy that's able to run and make moves and turn, it's effortless.
Yeah. He's got it in the running game and the passing game. Now the pass protection, I would be wary of, to be perfectly honest. And he even admitted that. He's like, that's the biggest thing I'm working on. He got beat in pass protection a bunch the first day. But he's gotten better. He got destroyed by Servatia Dennis, linebacker from Pittsburgh, the first day. He literally just got ran over.
You know what scares people? So real quick, so if I may, so just reading up on some of his things for concern, did not consistently create a lot of added yardage after contact. So basically, as soon as he's touched, he's going. Which makes sense though, because a lot of guys that are that are fast runners, that are quick runners and agile, usually go down pretty easily. He's
not a tank. He's not somebody who's gonna drag the pile. He's a quick runner. He's elusive. He's got a pretty good variety of moves in his bag, but he's not gonna run over Devin White.
People like him though. People like him. He's been
and I like him a lot. I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. I did have a chance to talk to him. I sat down with him at the media breakfast yesterday. Before I went and sat down and talked to him, he had a notebook out. He's at this media breakfast. He's got a notebook out. He's got his phone out. He's watching film of the day before.
Can we be honest? I mean, the guy went to Northwestern, so I'm like, of course he's gonna have his shit together because he's smart. Like Northwestern recruits some pretty not to say anybody else is not smart, but Northwestern has a very high academic standard.
But that is an emphasis.
Correct.
Yes. So yeah, I've seen that with him. I've seen that with Adebawore. I asked them both about the food in Chicago because obviously big food guy. If you saw the Evan Hull interview, he talked about Portillo's. He talked about how much he loves some of the food in the area. And then when I talked to Adebawore today, he shouted out 10Q Chicken, I believe, which I've never heard of. But he said it's a fantastic spot. It sounded like he goes and gets a Chipotle bowl.
10
there. He gets like a Korean barbecue.
Oh yeah, bowl. Yeah. It's got 4.7 stars out of 5 on Google.
There we go.
Chicken. It is, and it's in Evanston.
So if you want to get built like a 300-pound defensive lineman, apparently that's where you go.
It's located shout out real quick, 10Q Chicken. They're on 816 Church Street in Evanston, Illinois. So if you guys want to give us some love too, that'd be cool. But MJ, you know how you get there? With a car.
And you know what you need when you have a car.
What do you need, MJ? Please wait, MJ. Please, what do you need when you have a car? If you could let me know.
I want you to know I had a better transition for this, and you stole it
Oh.
because you said all these smart people at Northwestern. I was going to be like, Bruce, you know what's really smart? It's having car insurance.
Yeah, but if you're gonna drive to 10Q Chicken, like,
I mean, yeah.
all right, whatever.
Anyway, car
what do
insurance.
you need? Car insurance.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Shh, sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
Hey, and when you guys decide to call Jeff or tap me, make sure you call Jeff at 704-464-4544. And that is Jeff at mybebig.com. And tell him Third Down Thursdays sent you because it helps us out.
Jeff at mybebig.com, my guy.
Oh, Pops is in the house.
No, that's still me.
Oh, that is you. Damn.
That's still me.
I'm just not used to
My dad doesn't have a YouTube. That's
I'm not used to seeing.
I'm
like,
logged into my professional account for some reason right now.
Look at you.
That's my Third Down Thursdays account. Jeff at Be Big.
But no, Jeff's a great guy. If you guys want
Oh,
to give him a jingle and let him know that Third Down Thursday sent you for any kind of car insurance or anything like that, let him know. Anyway, continuing on. MJ.
Yes. Real quick, really the last Senior Bowl thing I have, because I could go on about some of these prospects for days. We'll have plenty of other prospect related content.
We got something I want to talk about, just so you know.
There's something you want to talk about?
Big. So continue. Finish your comments about the Senior Bowl though.
Okay. Crap, now you distracted me. What was I gonna say? You broke me, Bruce. What I want to say about the Senior Bowl, blah 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 blah. I'll be honest, I don't know. You can go. I completely lost what I was gonna say.
I apologize for that. That's my bad.
That's okay.
So that being said,
I completely forgot.
MJ, the GOAT, the best ever to do it, the seven-time champion of the world, most successful player ever, the GOAT, Tom Brady, retired. MJ, how you feeling about that, my guy?
I am so happy that he's gone. I don't want to hear about his dumb owner kissing on the mouth looking face anymore, because he got carried through his whole career.
Oh, here we go.
This last couple years when he didn't have an all-star ridden team with a top 10 defense and stupid wide receivers anywhere, when he had to do something,
but now you get to hear him
destroyed because
now you get to hear him.
He's a game manager, and now, thank goodness, I don't have to hear about him for the next 5 years until his Hall of Fame induction, which I don't care about unless I get to go cover it. And I'll ask him a question. Hey, Tom, how did it feel to get carried until you were 44 years old in the NFL?
Did I block you on social media?
Oh, yeah, you did. Shut up, Tom. Get out of here. Go retire as a Patriot because they're the only ones that want you. And
I think the Bucks loved having him though.
Okay. If you would have put Jimmy Garoppolo as the quarterback on the Bucks that year,
here we go.
They would have won the Super Bowl too.
I got him going.
And now, as that, I have to listen to this man on Fox
for the next 10 years.
For the next 10 years, he's going to take away the only good color commentator that exists right now in Greg Olsen, and I'm going to have to listen to Tom Brady. I'm never watching Fox again. And I could not care less how many Super Bowl wins he has compared to Aaron Rodgers. I could not care less. I was having this discussion in the Scorecrow chat last night, and I said, here's my distinction. Paige actually sent me a tweet, and it said, Tom Brady is the Bill Russell of the NFL. He might have the most wins, but he's nowhere near the best player.
Okay. So
From a talent standpoint, sure. He's not the most talented quarterback to ever come through the NFL.
Okay, here. Okay, so that being said, Zach,
Right,
okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's not the most talented quarterback ever.
Hear this out. This is actually what I compare Brady to. I compare Brady to LeBron James.
Stacking up numbers for nothing. Yep.
Relax, calm down. I do
You
like
started
that.
this. You got me going.
I know, that's fine. I love the comparison to Russell. But I want to go and say because of the longevity of his career, not because of that. It's not specifically because of that. I'm saying it's because of the sheer fact. Okay, calm down, Packer fan. I know
Braden is not a Packer fan. He's a Falcons fan.
Oh, well, regardless, like, calm down there, Brett Favre fan. Isn't a habitual. Anyway, let me finish. I'm getting distracted. ADD is a motherfucker.
Someone's a liar. If they can throw a football.
You good? All right.
Yeah,
Anyway, so what I was saying though was I compare him to LeBron James because LeBron James was able to have a longevity in his career and a greatness, and I'm going to say that, and a greatness that has helped him be able to do what he's done in multiple areas. That's helped him with teammates. You like that? With teammates, because they both everyone had to get together for them to hit a climactic point. That being said, I still think LeBron James is on the Mount Rushmore of greats in the NBA. Do I think he's the best? Negative. Do I think Tom Brady is on the Mount Rushmore of best NFL quarterbacks ever? 100%.
But he's nowhere near the most talented.
No, you know who is? Patrick Mahomes.
And I'm fine with saying that.
Patrick Mahomes is going to go down as the most talented quarterback in NFL history.
It's two different conversations, though. Is most talented or best of all time and greatest of all time are two different things. Brady's a GOAT because he owns personal records in Super Bowls. He's not the most talented. That goes to Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes.
But Super Bowls and wins are not a quarterback stat. They're a team stat. So that should not be used to measure greatness.
It's part of it, though. It's part of it because a quarterback's the most important position on a football team, correct?
It 100% is. It's the most important position. It's
critical to winning Super Bowl.
I love this. I actually
but that doesn't just because it's the most important position doesn't mean it should get sole credit. And that's where I have a problem, is him getting sole credit when he's with one of the greatest coaches of all time, and he's had the most top 10 defenses of any player ever in his career. And if you're telling me that
we have to check that. I actually want to check that.
I believe it's 15. I might be one off, but I'm pretty sure he's had 15 top 10 defenses. And if I remember correctly, and you put Breeze, both Manning brothers, and Rodgers together, they never even had more than like 8, which is just ridiculous. So if you're telling me that Tom Brady, for some reason, gets credit for the defense, like, it's one thing giving LeBron James credit for his teammates because he's actually on the floor with them all the time, other than like 6 minutes a game when he's resting. But when Tom Brady doesn't even touch the field with his defense ever, it just drives me utterly insane that he gets credit for winning a Super Bowl, putting up 13 points, when that was absolutely his defense and his special team that carried his old decrepit self across the finish line.
Oh, stop. Don't act like what he did was not fucking great.
Nothing Tom Brady has done has impressed me.
A 45-year-old
28-3 comeback in the Super Bowl? The 28-3 comeback?
That
was Kyle Shanahan with some of the worst play calling of the century, and Matt Ryan was.
Does that take away the credit that Tom Brady had to come back from that, though? He had to actually do the thing. Kyle may have blown it, but
Tom Brady had to make 6-yard throws to his receivers over and over again. That was so
He
difficult for him
scored
to make
28
6-yard
points
throws
straight.
when he
scored
kept getting the ball
28
back
points
over and
straight.
over again.
28 straight.
If I got the
give him
ball
some
back
credit
every
there.
3 minutes, that would be easy.
No way!
Get
Stop!
out of here.
Stop! Okay,
If you
and I'm
get the
gonna
ball
say
back every 3 minutes
All
because
right.
the Falcons collapsed,
I'm gonna
Braden
jump
can
on
back
this
me up
dude.
on this.
A 43-year-old man, 43-year-old at the time, winning a fucking Super Bowl and
He
throwing
spends $2 million
darts
a year on
and-
his body.
and
I would hope
throwing
so.
darts, well, still, like, you still have wear and tear on your body. You know this.
That doesn't mean. Here are my two arguments. He shouldn't get sole credit, as he seems to get, for his Super Bowl wins. And two, he's nowhere near the most talented quarterback ever. He's not even top 5 on talented quarterbacks ever. So
not the
to
most
tell me
talented.
that he's the GOAT when
He's still the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
it's just that the only thing that people can bring up are he played for a long time and he won 7 Super Bowls.
Okay.
When you
Here.
look at any advanced
Zach,
metric,
Zach, I want
when
you.
you
I
look
don't
at
give a
any
fuck. I don't give a
advanced,
fuck.
let me
Fuck
finish.
all right, go ahead.
When you look at any advanced metric that actually looks at the quality of a quarterback, take away the total accrued numbers, look at actual evidence, look at actual efficiency, which if the quarterback position is so important, how efficient somebody is should be the most important, because it's how efficient is the most important person on the field, which you guys said. If you look at that, Tom Brady is nowhere near any of the most efficient quarterbacks ever.
Okay, so that being said, with an equal cast of players around you, okay? So equal cast of players around you. If you had a NFL quarterback in any generation at any moment in their professional career when they are in their quote unquote prime, and your life depended on this, who are you choosing to lead you down the field?
Patrick Mahomes, as of right now.
No. Well, okay, so not even like it's all time. Like,
yeah, I'm still picking Patrick Mahomes.
I'll say Tom Brady. And I'll be honest with you. Second, I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers.
I would say my top 3 would be Mahomes, Rodgers, and Manning.
I would say Brady, Rodgers, and Manning.
I just want to say I appreciate the Peyton Manning love.
No, you're welcome. I love Peyton Manning, to be honest with you. I actually thought like a long time ago, like that was like one of my, yes, 100% Rodgers. Oh, well done. Actually, Montana too.
The Joe Webb disrespect. I would put Montana above Brady too.
I wouldn't put him above Brady. Ooh, that's tough. I don't know, man. Like, if my life depended on it, the number one guy I'd go with would be Brady.
I just think if you really do equalize everything, same coaching staff, same playbook,
same players,
same players. Right. Tom Brady's not even top 5. Because then you're just looking at your unmeasurable greatness and physical attributes. Yeah, the eye test can go suck it. I don't care.
That's not true, because there's an aspect to it that you actually do like, and I know for a fact that you do.
Yeah, but not when it comes to a quarterback succeeding with equal
and how much you hate Brady. Yes, I get it.
I really just hate. I mean, he has a weird personality that kind of bothers me. I'm sure if I talked to him in person, we'd get along. But it's really more how much people idolize the man for really doing nothing special. He got plopped into one of the greatest situations of all time.
I mean, but he succeeded from it. You can't blame the guy.
Well, of course he did.
You can't. Well,
I guarantee you.
That Patriots team.
Guarantee you.
Hold on. You're talking about that Drew Bledsoe led like Patriots team like years ago when you were like fucking like in diapers.
1 year old, yeah. Yeah.
He
got dropped into a dynasty. And if you're telling me that one man is responsible for the work of over 70, then that's complete BS.
But okay, so
that's what bothers me. That's what bothers me the most.
You
And
know
I've
what's great
said this
about that?
before. You know that. That's what bothers me the
No,
most.
I know
is
that's
that
why
he
it
gets
is so heated
sole
about that.
credit for what all these top 10 defenses have done. Not even saying that he got carried. I'm not even saying that right now. I'm saying the work that these defenses did when he won multiple Super Bowls scoring under 17 points. Well, that's also because the Patriots haven't had a top 10 defense with Mac Jones. So,
Yeah, they
you
did.
know,
Yes, they
it's
did.
a lot easier.
Uh-oh. MJ's having
Had
problems.
the top 10
MJ's having.
scoring defense in the last 2 years.
Oh, wait, is he back? He's coming back. Are you good?
My internet's being trashy.
All right, he's back. He's
Hello.
back. He's back. You're good. No, yeah, the Patriots actually had a top 10
Have
defense.
the Patriots had a top 10 scoring defense?
Okay, but that's a completely different argument, though.
Did they this year, Jack?
Not this year. Oh, this year they did? They were a top 10 defense this year. And last year,
Were
I
they?
thought, Jack. Yes, they've been actually really fucking good.
I'll be honest, I didn't watch the Patriots that much this year. I thought they were right on the fringe if I had to.
But you know what's even better, though, than a top 10 defense? A top 10 homeowners insurance.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
Here's
Hold on.
Here's all I have to say.
Hold on. When you call Erie Insurance Building Block Insurance Group, make sure you talk to Jeff or Tapney, 704-464-4544. If you want to email him, that's cool too. It's jeff@mybbig.com and tell him that Third Down Thursday sent you. MJ, what do you got?
All I have to say is I hope Tom Brady enjoys his retirement. There's no denying the fact that he did win 7 Super Bowls. I doubt anyone will ever match that. I don't have any personal vendetta against him. Again, I think his personality is just a little weird. But like anybody who's that rich and has been through all of that, it's hard to be normal, right? Especially being an NFL player. Most NFL players are not normal. Anyway, I really just think about a lot of things differently. It's not just that. Like even when we had the AL MVP debate this year, like I evaluate sports
I love that.
slightly differently.
Shohei Ohtani, like I love that.
Yeah, exactly. I look at value.
I didn't disagree
on a sports field just a little bit differently. So that's where I'm more of a Rodgers Mahomes guy than a Brady Manning guy. Not that I'm denying the records they've set.
Perfect way to do it. We have about 7 minutes before we do the fireside chat. So MJ, I'm sure you've been keeping track of this. The whole Aaron Rodgers situation that's going on up the. I'm sorry, but I had to touch on it, my guy.
No, yeah.
So Davante Adams tweeted, or there was a reply or something like that, tweeted out saying that like, what neighborhood am I going to? And I'm paraphrasing. And Davante Adams is like mine. So the I can't stand that fucking team, and the fan base is terrible. I'm sorry if you get drafted. If you're watching this from the Senior Bowl, if you guys like recognize any of us or hear us tweeting, I'm sorry. Like that's one franchise that like God bless. I hope you have success, but I can't fucking stand those fans.
Yeah.
So MJ, so are we going to book a trip to Vegas to watch the Packers play the Raiders with Aaron Rodgers at the helm of the Raiders?
For the love of all that's good and right in this world, I hope Josh McDaniels never gets his hands anywhere near Aaron Rodgers. So the tweet you're referring to is Davante Adams was bored last night, apparently. So he tweeted out, I will answer 15 questions. That's all he said. So they put on Twitter, somebody said, which neighborhood is Aaron Rodgers moving to? That's when he quote tweeted and said mine. He also posted on his story the other day a black and white, a grayed out picture of Rodgers throwing to him in Green Bay, so it looked like they were in Raiders uniforms because it was black and white. And then Rodgers today, playing at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, was asked, any news for us, Aaron? And unprompted, he goes, I'm not going to San Francisco. And then on the Pat McAfee show on Tuesday, he unprompted said, yeah, it seems the Packers have started having some conversations that I've not been involved in.
Oh my God, I want to be a part of it.
And then you have...
He shouldn't be a part of it.
Exactly. Shut up.
And then the Jets owner and general manager have both said in public interviews that they will, not public interviews, but like essentially because they're talking to reporters that then tweet about it, which they have to know about, so it's public. They've said pretty much publicly, we're going to do everything we can do to go get Aaron Rodgers. So
I love that, by the way.
Here's all I have to say to Packers fans. Recognizing that the franchise at some point needs to move on is not denying what Aaron Rodgers has done for the franchise. It's not denying the fact that Aaron Rodgers might be the quarterback you grew up watching, which is true for me. It's not denying that it will be sad whenever Rodgers leaves Green Bay, however much he has driven us crazy the last few years. It's still going to be sad to see his weird self laying on the ground in Washington. In a different
uniform. Is that your prediction?
No, not at all.
Okay. You know what
I
mine
think
is?
the Raiders play Washington this year.
You know what my prediction is?
As with the Jets.
That's my prediction right there.
I would love for the Bears to give up their next 3 first-round picks for Aaron Rodgers because they'd probably be dumb enough to do that.
Oh,
I'll take Justin Fields too. We'll flip him.
Suddenly you want Justin Fields?
No, just for the trade value. I just want to flip him. I want Jaren Hall to be the backup to Jordan Love. But so it's just I'm done. I'm done with the drama. If you look at Aaron Rodgers' last however many games, whatever game you want to look at last year, if you're telling me with a straight face that Jordan Love couldn't have produced the numbers that Rodgers produced last year, then you are just incorrect. I am ready to watch what Matt LaFleur's offense could look like with somebody who actually wants to execute the offense instead of somebody who wants to play hero ball. Because if you look at what Kyle Shanahan could do with Brock Purdy and tell me that Jordan Love with Aaron Jones, Christian Watson, A.J. Dillon, and then some more weapons out of this draft can't do something similarly incredible, then I don't know what to tell you. Because Jordan Love can and will manage this Packers offense better than Rodgers did this year. The reason he was so good and won 2 MVPs the first couple years is because he bought into the system. He was buddy-buddy with Matt LaFleur. They made an offense together with Nathaniel Hackett, and it was glorious. And then Hackett left, and then Getsy left, and then Rodgers went off the rails smoking ayahuasca and singing Kumbaya offensive
hey, as a Bears fan that's had a fucking lack of ability at the quarterback position, be careful what you wish for. Because now
I'm wishing for the guy that I already know can light up the best defense in the NFL in the Philadelphia Eagles. I watched him do it for a quarter.
For 2 drives.
I don't care.
Hold on. So,
any other quarterback who's made throws like he has against the Eagles this year? No one has.
It's a backup quarterback. We know what happens when backups come in the middle of the game. Hold on. When backups come in the middle of the game, they usually do better because the team did not game plan for the backup quarterback to play. He had 2 drives, did well for his credit, and he had 2, and he still had to do the thing, which is credit to him. But it's still a backup quarterback who had 2 drives in the middle of a game. I'm not calling him a playoff guy, a division winner, a Hall of Famer because of 2 drives.
Zach's just mad he won't have a draft pick until 2028 because of Sean Payton and Russell Wilson.
I love this.
We still have 6 picks this year.
I had to. Anyway.
I love it.
Hey. Chat. Official prediction. Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets.
I like it. He's going to follow Brett Favre, baby.
Yep, and then I hope he goes to Minnesota and crashes and burns. Anyway.
Hey, Minnesota had that 1 year before. So that being said, MJ, it's time for the... Oh, where are you loading it? Cool.
Oh, my God.
That was pretty good. Fireside chat. where you guys, anybody that's in the chat, anybody that wants to ask us a question, can ask us anything, and we are obligated, including Zach, to be honest with you. Zach's a part of it. I love it. Zach has to answer too, so all of us has to answer. This is where it's up to you guys. Give us any questions you want, anything you want to hear about. Let us know. I don't know.
What food should I order?
Something that tastes good.
Something that's Alabama. Like, get an Alabama food.
Yeah, oh, brisket. Go brisket, bro. Go brisket.
Seafood,
like that.
though.
Like that screams. Yeah, see, that screams.
You can't do
brisket.
Culver's in the South.
No, go brisket. Find a place that has some badass fucking.
It's so sad that there's no Culver's.
No, fuck that.
It wouldn't be as good anyway.
Barbecue brisket.
The Packers finally draft a wide receiver in the first round, only if they have 2 first-round picks. And
No,
even
I
then,
think
Brian Branch is already a Packer.
Negative.
Brian Branch is a Packer. Christian Gonzalez is probably a Packer, even though people don't like to hear it. Unless
Christian
he does something
Gonzalez and
stupid at
Jair
the combine.
Alexander would be awesome.
Yeah. It would be just ridiculous. And then we could move on from Rasul, and it allows Eric Stokes to not have the pressure when he comes back. It would be so much fun. My only fear is that he'll go above 15 or 13. But
So I just got a random text saying, I don't even know whose number this is, but how is MJ still going on about Aaron Rodgers? Isn't his jaw sore for blowing him this whole time?
did I not just say I'm done with this crap? I've said for the last 2 years I want the man traded. I'm tired of talking about him.
Oh my god, that was funny as
And I
fuck.
also recognize that he's a better football thrower than Tom
Would
Brady.
you rather get a
Makeup
rather-
tutorial from Aaron Rodgers' new man.
I
I understand what he's saying there. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Uh-huh.
I would absolutely rather
Tom-
date Giselle. I
Yes,
would absolutely
yeah.
rather date
It's
Giselle.
not even. That's not even
Yeah.
a competition, but boy, is that funny.
Wow.
That's pretty good. Oh, hey, wifey's in. Hey, what's up, baby? Are you ready for the Eagles or Rihanna abs? Why do you choose me? You didn't give it an opportunity for an answer. She immediately. Why
Go
do you
Birds.
choose?
Yeah, I mean, did you just deny Rihanna?
I can't. I hate the Chiefs more than I like Rihanna.
Really?
I don't. Well, I won't lie.
See,
I don't hate the
So-
Bears more than I love Rihanna.
What are these guys saying? Oh, we can talk. Hey, guys.
I just know people on campus these days. It's weird.
Bring them on the
Right.
show.
Bring them on the
See
show.
if they got a
Come-
Super Bowl take.
Yeah.
We should ask one of the guys I know. We should ask him about baseball. That was a fun one to do in class last semester.
Oh gosh.
Oh, jeez. I don't even want to know.
Anyway,
Ooh,
no, it wasn't
oh.
that bad. It was part of a project. But
Ooh.
Anyway. you've been at the Senior
I don't
Bowl. This
think-
is a you question, MJ.
I don't. Nobody at the Senior Bowl is going to be top 10. I mean,
I got.
there are a couple guys that could sneak into the first round.
I think.
Darnell Washington's going to be a first-round pick.
Who?
Darnell Washington. Jack's guy.
Assuming he does at the combine what he should do, yes.
I'll say Will, the Kentucky quarterback, Will
Will Levis.
Levis. Thank you.
He's
Will
not
Levis
going to be
is-
a first
No,
round.
no, no. What I'm saying he's going
No
to
way.
drop significantly, and a lot of people are going
Because
to be
he's
like,
not going to
"Why
any
did
of
he
these
drop?"
games.
The fact that he didn't go to the Senior Bowl is a big mistake for him, I think.
Yeah, it was terrible.
He's not going to the Senior Bowl, the Shrine Bowl, or the
Who the
NFL
Bears
game.
trade that first pick to Indianapolis Colts. So you already know that. I'm a huge advocate of them going to the 4th pick and getting next year's first rounder from the Colts too, and
I
getting
can't
Will
wait
Anderson.
for the Colts to hire Jeff Saturday, trade up for the first round pick, and then not take a quarterback. I would
Also,
laugh so much, and then
he's not-
trade.
He is not going to be in the first round. I'm sorry, Jack.
Hot take: if the Colts don't trade for the first pick, they're going to trade that pick to the Packers for Aaron Rodgers. That is something stupid they
It
would
fits
do
the
with Jeff
MO.
Saturday.
It fits their MO.
Because,
They need an
because
old,
Jeff
washed
Saturday was
quarterback.
besties with Aaron Rodgers when he was the setter in Green Bay his last couple years. And if they hire him as the head coach and they don't trade for the first pick, what's the next dumbest thing they would do? Trade all of their picks for Aaron Rodgers.
Trade
Tony
for an
Romo.
old,
God.
trashy,
Like-
washed quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Phillip Rivers,
Exactly.
Matt Ryan, Aaron
It's
Rodgers.
gonna
Aaron Rodgers.
or you can get an old, trashy, washed up coach in Denver.
Dying.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
No.
buddy.
No, I do love him. I do love him.
Let me
But
just say, after
I have
talking
one
to folks
argument.
this week, there is no way on this God-given earth at this point in time where Levis goes in the first round.
all right, let me finish this. Let me finish this point that I would like. Like, I don't mean any.
People are not fans.
I don't mean a super disrespect at all towards Sean Payton. I actually love the guy. I do think that the Saints won that trade.
It's hard
wait.
because,
Oh yeah, of
well,
course.
look, trading for a coach is a weird thing to do, and I'm uncomfortable with it in general.
It's terrible. It's dumb.
Right.
It's stupid.
I think Denver getting a third-round pick back is going to helps a lot as far as making it palatable.
Fair.
Now, trading for a coach in general, I'm out. I wouldn't do that. But I'm comfortable with it. And I look at Sean Payton and I say, look, his worst scoring offense was 19th. That was his last year post Drew Brees, was 19th.
Right.
The last time Denver's been 19th or better in scoring?
Peyton Manning.
2014.
Yep.
It has been 2014 the last time they were inside the 20s in scoring.
Right.
So if you're telling me that his worst scoring offense is what we could get, I'm over the moon.
I was gonna say you're gonna be like,
over the moon.
but you know what though?
19th best
I will
scoring
say
offense.
though, like Sean Payton going into the situation that he's going into right now, he's
You
in a
can't lose.
win-win. He's in a win-win fucking situation. You know why? Because if you get any remote back of the card stat from Russell Wilson, you're the fucking man.
Well, because
Watch
correct
last
me
week
if I'm
Russell Wilson too, in that those two games showed that he's not done. Is he more washed than he was a couple of years ago? Yeah, but I don't think he's absolutely cooked just yet. And you watch the last two games against Kansas City, against LA, went 1-1, was competitive against Kansas City, one-score game, and then beat the Chargers, who played and were winning when they pulled their starters out in the fourth quarter. They'd already scored 31 points on their starting defense at that point, too. I saw Russell Wilson be Russell Wilson. So Sean Payton's job is not as hard as everyone wants to say it is, but getting Russell Wilson back is a big, big thing for him.
Yeah,
Agree.
you're right.
So MJ, you got any final takes?
No, I got nothing.
Got nothing?
I got
Well,
nothing. Get Aaron
you're
Rodgers
doing-
out of my franchise. The draft starts in Mobile. We got the game on Saturday. I will be there covering the game, giving y'all interviews, all that good stuff. So be on the lookout.
Can't wait. We got some big news on the way, guys. We got some good people that want to jump on the show, and
Yes.
and
Also be on the lookout. I will probably have an article tomorrow. Worst
Same.
case
I'll-
Sunday.
I'll be honest with
it'll
you,
be
his
very
will be better than mine, but yours truly will have an article out. Let's get after it. Let's have some fun. That being
Yes,
said,
sir.
MJ, it's as always, it's a pleasure. Let's dim the night drive and let's give it to our guy to end the show. My guy, our favorite, the best advertising person of all time, the card guy.
Hey, Brucey Bruce.
Hey, MG. What? Whatever. What?
Third Down Thursdays. Let's ride.